Hi, my name's Elena, and I've been working with Celine since September 2021. So we began working together when I was training for the New York Marathon. It was my third marathon, my first time ever working with a nutrition coach. In my head, I thought it would be somebody to kind of check in on my meals, give me meal plans, and then just hold me accountable. But it was very, very different than that. When I first approached the idea of working with a nutrition coach, I was very careful because I wanted somebody who would help me stay healthy, but also wouldn't restrict too much or send me into any disordered eating spirals or kind of be on a temporary diet that then ends and you go back to eating all those things you couldn't have during that time. When I began working with Celine, I immediately noticed a change in energy overall as I was training and just in everyday life. It was my first time where, while trying to follow a specific diet, somebody was telling me I could add things, I could have as much of certain things as I wanted, and a way to deal with cravings versus completely taking them out. And just being aware that I also had life and travel and nights out with friends. I thought I already knew so much about nutrition and was very healthy, and working with Celine showed me and taught me so much about food and nutrition in my body, how my body reacts to things. And Celine explained it in such a way that rather than me just following rules, I felt like I really understood where all the reasoning was coming from, and it changed how I chose foods and how I selected foods, what times I would eat foods at. And so even though I was training just to get faster and have more energy, I immediately lost like multiple kilograms of body fat while keeping all my muscle, while having even more energy, and kind of feeling better than I had any of my previous marathons. After my marathon training, I kept working with Celine, this time more around maintenance because it was my off season with running. A lot of times when I wasn't working out a ton, I thought naturally put on weight. And I was fine with that, but I was like, let me just keep working with her and see how that feels. Working with Celine was so interesting because she would always focus on what you can add rather than thinking there's things you couldn't have. She would still let you have those, but find a way to add other things to that. Or if you always had cravings, she would kind of look and see what was maybe missing from your diet that was constantly triggering those. Even with my off training, I didn't gain any weight. In fact, I lost weight while eating as much as I want, while over the holiday season. And what was actually cool was seeing that my body started to crave healthy foods. There'd be times where I'd have options to have something that used to be my favorite food that was maybe really unhealthy or fast food, and instead my body was naturally craving these way healthier options. Overall, what I love about working with Celine is I wasn't necessarily looking for a very fast option or fast immediate diet, which I know she does really well, but I wanted something really sustainable that would kind of last me my whole life, and both with running and just in everyday life. And this is the first time I've ever had a diet or kind of lifestyle solution that does that. I have been eating so healthy and also eating all the things that I love, not restricting. No part of me feels like I'm missing out on anything because I have it when I want it, but I also know how to incorporate all the things that my body needs and essentially approach life balanced from that way. Having the accountability of a coach and someone to check in weekly or daily and see how you're going, see how you're progressing, help you reevaluate, that's been life-changing for me because up until this point, I'd done it myself, and you can't always hold yourself accountable when you don't even recognize what's going wrong or what maybe are slip-ups for you. So overall, I have left working with her feeling incredible, not only regarding energy, how I understand nutrition and health, and weight loss, really fast, easy weight loss actually. But I feel like it's the first thing that has made me understand why diets don't work and has re-taught me so much about food and my approach to food.